but like my hair is weird, so yeah, it, it
Enough. What?
disappears.
I got a pom pom up here today, so I
I think we're live.
think we're waiting on that music. Can't really go live without the music. Take two. Oh, okay. No,
Hey,
she's back. Danielle, how's it
yay,
going?
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you, Ariana?
Listen, we're good. We missed you last week. Steven and I
Yeah,
tried our best to hold down the fort without you, but you were missed. It wasn't the same.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Glad to hear that though. Always good to know I was missed. But I'm
You
back.
were missed indeed. Hello and happy Wednesday to you. My name is Ariana, and I am what am I? The manager of the sales advertising over here, and this is the lovely Danielle.
Yo, I'm Danielle Major. I'm the CTO slash CMO marketing guru slash company clown. Okay, Ariana, it's good to be back. Nice news desk report. It's a lovely day here in Atlanta. It's actually 80 degrees here in October,
Too
so
hot
it's
for me.
pretty crazy.
Too hot to fall for me. I don't.
Yeah, it was like 40 last week, and now it's 80, and that's just typical Atlanta weather. So I just deal with it. All
Yeah.
right, so we're gonna do this new icebreaker thing, and we have an icebreaker question. I'm gonna hand it to you first, and then I'll talk about mine. So my icebreaker question is: when you started drumming, which drummer did you look up to? Who was your little drumming inspo? Who was it like? I want to be like that guy,
I
or
was.
woman, of course.
It was there was two. Cindy Blackman was on a poster holding a Zildjian symbol where I would
Oh
have my
boy.
drum lessons. So I
Mm.
literally watched her for 4 years and was like, I'm gonna be like her. She's so great. Cindy Blackman and then Zach Farro. I don't know if you're a punk rock fan, but
What band was that?
I was obsessed with Paramore, like to
Ah,
no end,
oh.
no end. And he is like even to this day, some of their new stuff, his drumming is
Yeah, he's good. He's tight. He's very
like
tight.
he's tight, but he hits so hard.
Hmm.
Oh, I love him. Zach, if you're
Yeah.
watching, let's jam. It's time. Okay, what about you?
Well, I was influenced by my older brother. I think I maybe shared this story a little bit before, but I didn't set out to be a drummer. I didn't want to necessarily be a drummer, but because of my family of musicians, we already had a guitar player and a bass player and a singer, and we needed a drummer. And my brother at the time, Jeffrey, who's about 5 years older than me, this was late 90s,
Mm.
early 2000s, and that was his Dave Matthews. He can play literally any Dave Matthews Band song, like any Dave Matthews, like Satellite, the hard stuff, anything. And I also really like Dave Matthews, and I was always kind of very impressed by them. And obviously Carter Beauford of Dave Matthews, who, if you can chew bubble gum and play drums at the same time, and he just has a very specific so like me, I call myself like the hi-hat sitter. So
Mm.
I sit on the hi-hat and I use the hi-hat to like pretty much lead the way to the rest of the song. So he's like the captain of like the god of hi-hat. Like I don't know, I have no terms for this really, but he just plays so well, and he always has these such complementing rhythms, I guess.
Mm.
And he's like the leader of the band. Like Dave always says, like I don't lead the band, Carter leads the band. I follow him. I don't, he doesn't follow me. It's vice versa.
Yeah.
And of course, my brother had tons of DVDs, and I would just sit there and I'd watch those live DVDs, and I would just sit there just in awe. And he even like got some of the Carter, like he has his own drum, like how-to DVDs.
Right.
I watched some of them, and so I just started learning how to play. Like
Oh wow.
well, like the Crash album, I Remember Two Things album, because my brother wanted someone to play with. So I was like, I guess I'll learn how to play this. And within a few months, like I just really got into it and just started killing it and started playing like Gray Street, stuff like that.
Wow.
And I actually really fell in love with drumming because of that. And I felt so accomplished, and I just kind of kept going from there. So Carter Beauford will always be my first love in terms of looking at a drummer and just being completely you know, just in awe and just struck of talent. So that's
It's
my thing.
isn't he a lefty, but he plays a righty setup?
I think so because when he plays, his left hand is here and not
Yeah,
here. It doesn't go like this. He's like
he
this.
goes across. He plays open
Yeah,
with.
but I think he can kind of do it both ways. Like he's like almost ambidextrous in that sense. Yeah, he's I don't know. He's a talent. He's a beast, and he
He's
just
a
makes it look so
beast.
easy.
It's
So
like
easy.
like that's like the I feel like and it's just so smooth. It's like a wave,
Like,
and it's
yeah, and he plays a Yamaha kit when I have Yamaha kits, so kind of
nice.
a Yamaha sound. Okay, moving on, Ariana. What do you have for us? Any little Jump Talk TV brilliance updates over here?
Well, yeah, we do. Those of you watching, if you haven't signed up and joined Drum Talk TV Brilliance yet, what are you waiting on? Because
Right.
we have a code. Maybe it'll appear here, maybe it won't, but DTTV free. The
I'm
deadline for this
excited.
code is Halloween at midnight. Well, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I'm trying to like write it on the screen. It's
Like
backwards and I
me
can't.
when they used to have the like the little wand thing. But you gotta join. There's lots of fun stuff. There's something coming up soon, isn't there, Danielle, that people can join?
Oh yes. So on Thursday, aka tomorrow, October 21st, 24th, we have an open house music trivia game
Love
show. And this one's going to be at nighttime. A lot of our other shows have been like mid-afternoon,
it. Mhm.
but I think that having something after dinner, maybe you can have a couple drinks, some wine or beer, and sit. And this trivia is going to be like a generational. So it's 60s, 70s, and 80s,
Ooh.
which we should all know, obviously. If you know Led Zeppelin, if you know some Bee Gees or some ABBA, and then like your Depeche Modes and your Cure, all that stuff. And we have all these really cool prizes. So like all these generational type prizes, like stuff that would be cool in the 60s, like some album sets,
Ooh.
posters, like vinyl sets, stuff like that. And also remember, guys, this is not just for drummers. Like,
Mhm.
this is not just a drumming thing. Anybody who watches this video can join, period. If you're on the DTV Facebook, if you just happen to stumble across this from some other channel, you can also join. So if you want to check it out more, go to DT Drum Talk TV Brilliance. There's an events thing. There's an events calendar at the bottom. You can click on that and RSVP. And it's also in a Facebook event. But we do have a clip for that. So let's roll the clip.
That was a killer synth organ if I've ever heard one. That got me. I was whoa. That doesn't make you join. I don't know what will.
Kind of reminded me of like the old days of like the baseball, but like the techno version, the 80s
Yeah,
version.
I was digging it. It was like
It's like
Ibiza 25.
if you ask the Cure to write a baseball organ,
Yeah, that would be it for sure.
they're
Um,
like blooming it.
Speaking of other very fun things where you can win things and drumming, we have the John Bonham Led Zeppelin Play Along Challenge
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah. Yes.
and
And yeah.
prize, multiple
Yeah.
prizes.
And also, guys, so we opened up a whole new free thing of this. Like, I'm gonna time out. Go into this real quick. There
Time
is
out.
a new free setup of this now. So instead of having just this paid for part of Drum Talk TV with like the game shows and the events and stuff, we have an actual free, like just completely free, of just the Brilliant Showcase, meaning the showcase where if you're a drummer, you can submit videos of yourself playing drums to
Mhm.
any song, meaning like a licensed song, meaning as in a real track. So that's why we're having this John Bonham challenge so that drummers of any age, of any experience, can pick a Led Zeppelin song, any Led Zeppelin song. There's literally like probably 200 something of them. And you can record yourself playing them and you submit it for free. And there's really cool prizes like $150, $50 something. Everybody gets t-shirts. I mean, it's awesome. So we have a clip for that. Roll it, and I can give a little bit of extra details when it's done.
Mm.
Attention drummers, it's time to showcase your skills in the ultimate John Bonham drum challenge playing to the music of Led Zeppelin. Join the John Bonham Play Along Challenge in the Drum Talk TV Brilliance Showcase. Here's how. Pick a Led Zeppelin song, record your performance, and upload it to the Brilliance website. We can hardly wait to see your videos. The prizes are in the video description. Big name judges to be announced soon. Be part of the challenge. Join us at www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com. Join now and get your best bonzo on.
Yes. So as you can see in that last part of the video, you go to Drum Talk TV Brilliance. There's a big, like, fat purple button that says Access Free Brilliant Showcase. You go there, you just put your name in, your email. You walk right in. You don't have to pay for anything. It doesn't ask for a credit card. It doesn't ask for anything. Just you make up your little profile, pick your avatar. You can pick anybody. You can pick a drumstick, Mickey Mouse. It doesn't matter. And you just create your profile, you get in, and you can see all the videos like right there. It takes you straight to it. So you can see the showcase, you can see the John Bonham page. Everything is there, and you can go right into it. And we are extending the deadline. We've had more people be signing up. We have more people submitting. So we will be extending the deadline to the 31st. So if you're watching this, you have another week and a half to take a minute, either find a video or make a video to submit and win a really cool prize. So it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited. And I'm still working on my videos.
And it doesn't have to be a fancy video. All
No.
it has to do, just make sure it's vertical. Vertical. No, don't listen to me. Make sure it's
Horizontal. We don't want that.
vertical. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But super easy, super fun. You don't need a whole production to do it.
No,
You
you
don't
don't.
have to, like, edit it and all that stuff.
No.
Which in my opinion makes it way more fun to do.
It's just as long as you play and you're having fun and it looks great to you and you had a fun time doing it, that's what comes across. So
Absolutely.
yeah. All right.
All right. We had something really exciting happen last weekend in the music world for
Yeah, we
all of
did.
you following along. We had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It took
Whoop.
place last weekend. We have quite the list of names that we're going to be dropping of
Mhm.
who was inducted,
Yeah.
ignited,
Mm-hmm.
deducted. I don't know how to speak English, but it's take it away because there's some pretty exciting. I did not watch it though. I feel
I
bad
haven't
now.
watched it yet. I will watch it eventually.
Right.
I always have mixed feelings about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it's always you have to pick and choose thing, but I think it's like they honor the right people for the most part. So I
Sure.
think it's very. Have you ever been there?
Mm-mm. Where
I've
is it?
been. It's in Ohio. It's in Cleveland.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I was like a teenager, we went on a vacation and we happened to be going through Cleveland and we stayed there for a few days and we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I will say the whole thing in itself is really cool. They have a whole at the time, I don't know if they still have it. They had a whole Jimi Hendrix like experience room and it
Wow.
showed about him and like how he was different because he was left-handed and all these
Mhm.
things he had to do. And then of course they had a whole Beatles room that just went on forever.
Wow.
It was very immersive and it was very cool and I had a great time there. So the the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum is a really cool interesting place. So for the 2024 inductees, for performers they have Mary J. Blige,
Hmm.
Cher, of course. How's Cher not Ariana? Dave Matthews Band, woo! Uh, Foreigner, Peter Frampton. My mom is like obsessed with Peter Frampton. Cool in the Game, Get
Ooh.
Down on It. Bro. I don't think that's Cool in the Game. Uh, Ozzy Osbourne and A Tribe Called Quest, which
Nice.
also has one of my other favorite drummers, Questlove, who is very talented.
We had a musical excellence award. Jimmy Buffett,
Mhm.
MC5, which stands for Motor
Mhm.
City 5.
Mhm.
Dionne Warwick.
Dion, yeah.
We reading the same thing, I'm not sure. And then Norman Whitfield, very exciting stuff.
Cool. For Music Influence Award, Alexis Corner, John Mayall, and Big Mama Thornton.
Ooh, oh wow. Was she the one who originally did You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog?
I think so. Wow. Deep cut there, Ariana.
Hey, I need to make up for everything else I don't know.
It's all right. You
Okay, the Ahmet Ertegun Award, Suzanne DePass.
the pass. Yeah. So evidently that's we asked our producer beforehand. That's a producer's award. So he worked for Atlantic Records for 25 years or something. So I think that's like a kind of an endorsement of production. So that's pretty cool. All right, and then we got a lot of events happening over the next week or so, and we're gonna go over some of those. So you ready for that?
I'm ready.
Okay. So recapping an event already. Yesterday on Yes Shift, Steven talked about some news related to musicians who've played in Yes. And they also reviewed the live streams of a few prog stock shows. I haven't seen that. I need to watch that. Okay.
And I tuned in a bit today to watch the interview that Dan and Steven did on Yes Shift with the original singer of Yes, John Anderson. And if you have not seen it, you should absolutely tune in. He is the most magical man that's ever existed in the most whimsical, perfect way ever. It was really cool. He played some of his own mute, he played some of the music that he had done on his speakers and stuff. It was really cool. So you should check that out.
Do you have a clip for that? Maybe?
This
Maybe
album is so
not.
recent, and even though we're still, taking it in, it's just so good that we gotta ask, do you think that you and the Band Geeks might do another one down the road, or are you sort of just seeing what happens and
Hold
whatever
on.
happens, happens?
I wrote that 10 years ago and it's on my cassette machine. Bring on the day, never before out the and so on.
Is that
Wow.
the title? Or
That'll be the first song.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. How exciting. I was going to ask if there's anything that didn't make it on the album, but I think you just answered that.
Yeah, I've got a cassette full of song ideas, and I'll send some to Richie, and he will send a few back when he comes off holiday. Probably will start thinking about recording something new anyway for fun of it, probably next month. But we just got to wait till next year, I think.
Yeah, great.
So cool.
Wow. Holy exclusivity, guys. We got like on DTV a first clip listen of an unreleased track, and that is the coolest thing ever. I love it. Yeah,
So
he
nice.
seems pretty vivacious, and
Yeah,
he just
I was watching it. And
I
I was
love
like,
it.
oh,
It's
up.
so
I got
spry.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got energized. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, check that out if you haven't. You can see it on probably right here on
Yeah.
the
And he'll
Facebook.
be turning at what, 80? 80 this week, yeah.
Yeah.
80!
Yes, yes.
I hope
Wild.
I'm still that creative at 80.
I know. I hope so too.
Okay, next thing we have, obviously I mentioned it before, we have the open house game show. That's at 5:30 Pacific, which would
Which I
be
will
8,
win. I'm
8.
taunting everyone watching.
It's
Come
gonna be
try to beat me.
fun. And look,
I'm
I worked on making these questions, and it's a really good combination of like some of them are easy, some of them are moderate, some of them are pretty hard. So study up on some of your music here, but it's at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. You know, I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be fun, so I'm excited. Okay, what's next, Ariana?
So then we have this Friday, October 25th, noon Pacific, following the whole Yes theme on Yes Shift with Dan and Steven. They're going to read fan submissions answering the question, what's your dream John Anderson symphonic set list? Which I'm going to tune into that because I want to hear what those are, because I can only imagine, especially after the interview that I just watched. It's going to be pretty cool and fun.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and then on the same day, which is Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, Dan will go live with Janice for another installment of that really cool drumming injury talk. Remember? Hitting
Yes.
our eyes with,
Yep, hit
with
myself
the
in the face.
drumstick.
How could we forget? Yeah.
Oh, I don't miss that. This is why I went for some plastic like nylon like type 6 are cool, like the ones that light up.
Yeah.
Obviously, they won't put a splinter in your eye, but it doesn't have the same weight. I don't know.
Yeah, they're a bit funky to try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they kind of go like this when you play them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't feel quite right. All right, what's next, Ariana?
Then we have, oh my God, we got a jam-packed week and a
I know,
fun
geez, this is just
yeah.
going.
Saturday, October 26th, noon Pacific. We'll have a brilliant Q&A with Nigel Glockler.
Nigel Glockler.
Not which kind of is the coolest name ever now that I'm saying it out loud.
Right.
I'm the drummer of Saxon and 6x6,
Yes.
and I believe we have a clip of him drumming. Maybe we do, maybe we don't, but
Hi, this is Nigel Glockler from Saxon and 6x6. Just wanted to let you guys know that I'm taking part in a Q&A thing on Saturday the 26th of October. So you can ask me anything you want, well, within reason. All you've got to do is head over to drumtalkbrilliance.com and you'll be sent access to the Q&A session. It's actually on Drum Talk TV Brilliance, and the guys there very kindly asked me to take part in this. As I say, it's on Saturday, the 26th of October, and the times are noon for the Pacific, and 3 p.m. Eastern US times, and 8 p.m. UK time. Read the details in the post, and I'll see you there, and let's have some fun. All right, take care. Bye.
Wow. Okay, first of all, was that like the spirit of John Bonham playing through that? Because the fills he just did was nuts.
that was quite the key. Nigel was messing around. Nigel was
Dude.
around. That was some killer chops.
Oh my God, that was awesome. Just to give some more details on this. So this is this will be one of our first Q&As we're doing in this new virtual environment. So what happens is when you sign up, so these are the steps. You go to Jump Talk TV Brilliance, you go become a member. And then when you sign up, you use code DTV free. You get a whole year for free. You pay zero doll hairs. Once you're signed up, we will put you in this email list where you will get access to send in questions to ask Nigel, and you will also get access to the virtual environment. And this virtual environment is very cool. It's like this campfire thing where you walk into it. It's kind of like an avatar type thing, and there's a screen, and you can see the interview, and you can walk around. You can interact with other people, and it's really immersive, and it's very, very cool. You don't have to download anything to do it. You just click a link and you walk in. There's no setup to it. There's no like apps or downloads. So once you get set up, you can come in and you can walk around. And then from that point on, if you sign up for this event, you can then participate in all the other Q&As that we're going to have. We're going to have even more artists, bigger artists, like from here till the cows come home. So get in now, get your free year, and then you're gonna have tons of Q&As to participate in over the next year. And it's getting pretty big. This stuff is getting pretty big. So it's getting there.
I mean, to listen to a band for how many decades and then, get to ask the drummer any questions that you
Right?
want in real
Are you
time.
kidding me? Right.
So that
Oh,
access
man.
is pretty,
Oh yeah.
pretty cool.
That was very chippy, what I like to call it. That's pretty cute. My best friend is British, and I always give her a lot of hell for it. Okay. Yeah. So if you have any other questions on the Nigel Glockler thing, we do have Facebook posts, I think, pinned for that. So follow up on those and get in there because it's gonna be really cool. Let's see. Next thing we have, Wednesday, October 30th, so day before Halloween on noon Pacific. We will be having an interview with Evan Chapman.
Very cool. Saturday, November 2nd, noon, Drum Talk TV interview with Joe Lana Jr., known as the Cowboy Drummer, which is the best name ever for a drummer, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then Thursday, November 7th, on noon Pacific, we have another interview with Colin Lejeunard. Legend. Yeah, I think I got that. Of a Dutch prog rock band named Dilemma.
Cool. And then calling all Quiet Riot, Ozzy Osbourne, and White Snake fans.
Oh boy.
Saturday, November 16th, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be a brilliant Q&A with Rudy Sarzo, who is known for playing for all of those bands, which is pretty killer. And then let's just go back to one thing before we go with
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
the fun stuff, is that we and the Holland Rock Hall of Fame, the award for
The Ahmet Erdogan Award.
yes, he was the president of Atlantic Records. Our producer
Yeah.
just corrected us and slapped us from afar. So he was the
The
president of
president.
Atlantic Records, and that's how that award came about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
now this day in music,
This
Danielle.
day in music. So October 23rd. This day in music. Interesting. All right. So in 2019, the track list for Coldplay's forthcoming album was exclusively announced for the first time in a classified advertisement in the North Wales Daily Post. Really? The ad appeared alongside items for sale, including a fridge, freezer, a bale of hay, and below a Welsh government public notice. What? That's
I
interesting.
I love Coldplay. Okay, 2015. Today in 2015, Adele released "Hello," and that is making me
Hello.
nostalgic. That's crazy. As the lead track from her third studio album, 25. Also, Jamie
Mhm.
Lawson, the first act signed to Ed Sheeran's Gingerbread Man label. Didn't know he had a label. That's pretty cool. Topped
Mhm.
the UK album chart with his self-titled new record. Oh man, Adele. That album kind of got me. That album got me
It was a
good.
good one. It was a
What
good
else?
one. Yeah, she's come a long way. And she just ended her Vegas show. So that was,
She
and she's
did.
actually retired from music. I don't know if you
I was
know
just
that.
gonna say, yeah, she's
Yeah,
done.
she officially retired from music. I think she's ready to just have a family. I mean, she's successful enough to do whatever she wants.
I
So
bet you have 40, she'll come back. You just wait. She'll have a
and she's
40
gonna make an album called 40.
for sure. I
Yeah,
bet
I think possibly. Yeah, she's amazing.
you. Yeah.
Okay. In 2008, Beyonce went number one in the UK singles chart with "If I Were a Boy," the singer's fourth UK hit, number one, taken from her third solo album, "I Am Sasha Fierce." I don't remember that song.
I do. It's so good. And the music
Oh,
video was so good too. The music video was, you should
uh,
watch it. Everyone should watch it after this. It was a really good
yeah.
music video.
I need to make sure I don't
Going
say
back
too much.
I
I gotta be careful what I say.
going back to 1995, Death Leopard gave themselves a place in the Guinness Book of World Records by playing 3 gigs in 3 continents in 24 hours.
Whoa!
Here, London and Vancouver. That's wild.
How did they have time for that? How did they get the flights in?
Maybe they're backwards.
Yeah, maybe. I would have just done something like with Turkey, like Turkey, and then like all those countries that are like bordering Turkey.
Oh yeah, right. Oh no, it's
Continent.
yeah,
Oh
continent.
snap! I guess anybody could do the country thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Wow, I did not know that. All right, 1989, Nirvana played their first ever European show when they appeared at Newcastle's Riverside Club in Northeast England. Really, 89?
Wow.
Okay.
1976, Led Zeppelin made their U.S. television debut on Don Kirshner's rock concert. They performed Black Dog and Dazed and Confused. Also, Chicago started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with "If You Leave Me Now." It's a good song.
That is a good song.
Mm.
All right. This day in 1966, Jimi Hendrix Experience recorded their first single, "Hey Joe," at the D Lane Leah Studios in London. That's a
Wow.
good song. That's a good song.
And then to the finale in 1963, Bob Dylan recorded "The Times They Are a Changin'" at Columbia Recording Studios in New York City. And also, the Beatles completed the final session for their second album with the Beatles, recording "I Want to Be Your Man." Wow.
Wow. A lot of stuff. A lot of
A lot of stuff.
this, reading stuff like this always like brings me like back to like just thinking about everything that's happened in music. And if you think about, we didn't even have recorded music until like I think what the late 1890s,
Mm,
early 1900s. And
mhm.
just to think how far we've come in little over 130 years in
Yeah.
music in general. Like we went from, the little wind up boxes,
Mhm.
to whatever came after that. And then we had, vinyls and 8-track and cassettes and CD. Now everybody just streams music. It's just me and my husband always have this conversation of like, what is music going to sound like 10, like 50 years from now?
Oh
Like
man.
100 years from now? Is it just going to be like bleep bloops? Is it going to go back? Is it going to all sound like Etta James? What's it going to, is it going to be like Fallout music, like the movie, the
Right.
game Fallout? Is it going to be like that? And so you just never know. It's so crazy how far we've come. So yeah, it just amazed me. Just so many artists, so many different sounds, so many different genres.
Mhm.
How music influences fashion and like pop culture and
Mhm.
the different artists that leave impacts. It's just so crazy. It's nuts, and that's why I love being a musician and being in music and going stuff. I get to see Billie Eilish in the 12 days, 11 days.
Whoa.
11 days until I get to see Billy, so I'm super super excited. Oh my god, my daughter and I are freaking out.
Make sure
So
you bring earplugs. That's like my new thing wherever I go to any concert now.
yeah,
Earplugs make it way more enjoyable. The bass, I saw in Coachella, the bass boomed and my organs were shaking.
yeah, same thing happened to me with the Corn concert. I couldn't do it. My seats are kind of up and away, like they're
Okay.
not super close. Obviously, I'm not paying 2 grand to be on the floor of Billy, but they're just the right, like the kind of Goldilocks part where it's not too close, not too far.
Sure,
And
sure.
it's at State Farm Arena, which is a decent like basketball stadium, which I think sits like roughly 20, 30,000 maybe. So
Nice.
it should be just right for all the different components. So we're really excited. So yeah.
Well, Billie Eilish, if you're watching this, Danielle's gonna be at your show with her
Right.
daughter. So
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited. The only thing I'm worried about is that everybody's gonna be singing. And when everybody sings like a pop
right.
artist song, you start just hearing all the, I'm sorry, but bad voices around you who don't maybe tone deaf slightly, and it drones out like the actual artist. And so I'm a little concerned for that. Hopefully there's a PA that's close, but I will just have fun regardless, and I'll
You'll
be
and you
singing. So
you'll give us a recap too on the next
yeah,
the
it's gonna be
following
good.
news
I've
report.
already looked at the set list. I've already been watching all the performances on
Ooh,
TikTok.
she's
So,
ready.
oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. Okay.
All
All
right,
right, you
well,
guys.
I'll see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna win
See
the
you
game,
tomorrow.
and I'll hopefully
Yes.
see everyone else watching at the
Yes.
open house game show tomorrow.
All right.
Right?
Remember, everybody, DTV Universe free open house game tomorrow. Real prizes. 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. We have a video somewhere on the Facebook about it, and then the Nigel Clocker thing this weekend. It's gonna be super, really, super, super cool. And I've sent emails about it. So if you're a DTV fan at all, you've got an email. Check the email. Check it out. It's gonna be really, really cool. So, all right.
Cool.
Thanks, DTV Universe. We'll see you
Thanks,
next week.
everybody. See you next
Peace
week.
out.
Peace out.